What do you think will happen to Corey?
You're the doctor.
No, I mean after the operation. I'd be more than willing to testify in his defense. And we can provide medical records proving that his behavior is due to a neurological problem.
Wait a minute, right there. Who's we?
Tony and I. That is the hospital.
Oh, I see. First you have him operating on the kid. Now you want him to defend him. Maybe you want him to fix the car, too, huh?
Frisco.
I'm sorry. It's just when I left the squad room, I thought I had this whole problem solved. I thought I had the answer to my sister-in-law's death, and I could clear up my brother's problems with his job and his career and his life. Now I gotta slam the door in his face.
There wasn't anything you could do to stop this.
I could have gotten to this kid before he got to Tony.
I think we were all too late, Frisco.
How do you think Tony's gonna feel when he realizes whose life he saved?
Well, I just hope it comes to that. For Tony's sake as well as Corey's.
What do you mean?
If that boy doesn't survive the operation, or if he comes out in a wheelchair, feeling worse than when he went in, his parents could be very tough on Tony.
Tough how?
They've got a ready-made malpractice suit if they choose to sue.
I hadn't even thought of that.
Maybe you should speak to the Blythes.
Either way, we're gonna have to wait till the operation. I gotta talk to the kid's parents and I have to talk to Tony. What the hell am I gonna say to Tony?
We interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to bring you this news just in. After weeks of intensive investigation, Detective Frisco Jones of the Port Charles Police Department has positively identified a suspect in the hit-and-run death of his sister-in-law, Tania Jones. The suspect is a Port Charles High School senior named Corey Blythe. The suspect is still at large, but reportedly close to being apprehended. We'll have more details as they're forthcoming. Now we return you to the musical program for this afternoon.
Call Dr. Hardy.
No.
But I thought...
Tony, we have a job to finish. Let's do it.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me a sponge.
That's it.
Good.
Well done under the circumstances. I don't know how you pulled it off.
Patient's not in the clear yet. He's got 3 days in ICU and a long recuperation period before we can call this operation a success.
Just finishing is success enough.
Not as far as the patient's concerned. Do you have your orders?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. If you have any problems, you just talk to me.
Tony, that was the most amazing exhibition of self-control that I have ever seen.
You know, you're one hell of a surgeon, you know that? If I would have heard that on the radio, I wouldn't have been able to hold a scalpel, let alone operate with it.
Just do what you have to do.
You all right?
Yeah, sure.
Can I get you something?
No, I'm fine, really.
Okay. I'm going to take care of the paperwork, and I'll see you when I see you.
Will you talk to the patient's parents for me?
I was just about to suggest that.
It shouldn't be too long now.
Security officer Reedy.
Oh, thank you, Amy.
Contact the 8th floor nurses station. Security officer Reedy, please contact the 8th floor.
Do you think they know what their son did?
I'm sure they don't.
I'd just be thankful Tony doesn't either.
Well, he'll know the moment he steps out of OR. Any suggestions on how I should tell him, Doctor?
I'll just give it to him straight. There's really no way to cushion that kind of blow.
Mr. and Mrs. Blythe, your son came through in good shape.
He'll be all right?
He's gonna be fine.
Oh,
He'll make
dear
it.
Lord.
Oh, God.
I don't know how to thank you.
Oh, I knew he'd pull through. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Corey's on his way into ICU. You should be able to see him in a moment.
Well, we just can't thank you enough.
Yes.
Save it for Tony.
Okay, thanks.
I've never seen such a performance.
Bobby, where's Tony?
Probably outside OR. Frisco.
Tony, we have to talk.
I already know.
About Corey? How do you know?
There was a radio on in OR. There was a news report.
I don't understand. That couldn't be. It hasn't been released, not officially.
The reporter.
Damn it, the reporter. I'm gonna do something about this.
Tony, I wish I could have gotten to you when I had the chance. I've never been in a position like this before.
It makes two of us.
How did the operation go?
Pretty good. I think he's gonna make it through.
You know, he's responsible for what happened to Tania. You know what you did?
I didn't operate on Tania's killer. On the table, a patient is just like any other patient. He had a serious problem. I tried to correct it, and I'm just glad he made it through.
How can you be so forgiving?
It's not a question of forgiveness. Tania's gone, and I can't bring her back. And I don't see how I could let her death bring about another one. Excuse me. I have some things to do.
What an incredibly unselfish act.
Yeah. I don't think I could have handled it. The only thing that I'm worried about is how Tony's gonna react when he realizes what he's really done.